You got this.
And then, of course, me. So.
Did you know that the Earth has been spinning and moving for 4.6 billion years?
No.
Like, this shit's old. Like, really old. This speech is about our favorite rock, Earth. She's the only one not named after a Greek god. She's actually named after a Germanic word, basically called the rock. We're going to be talking about the beginning of life through the Cretaceous and the animals, the big dinosaurs, past the Ice Age and into our now, and then hopefully maybe into the future. The first signs of life weren't until 3.4 billion years ago, and this sign of life was just tiny little bacteria. These bacteria reigned for a long time, and that's how we got little tiny algae, like tiny little plant life, but they couldn't produce oxygen yet. That was until 247 million years ago when we got our first dinosaurs, kind of, sort of. These dinosaurs were placed inside the Jurassic era. These dinosaurs were the building block of all dinosaurs. And that was until a huge natural disaster ended up killing 90% of them, which is crazy. Those next 10% became the known dinosaurs, or the building blocks for the Jurassic period. This Jurassic period had one of my favorite dinosaurs, the Brontosaurus, big dinosaur. And the cause for the end of the Jurassic period is unknown, but then we get the Cretaceous period, where is the longest period of dinosaur reign. These dinosaurs are, a few of the known dinosaurs of this period are the T-Rex and the Velociraptor, big, like, carnivorous animals. And the T-Rex wasn't the only big carnivorous animal, there was a bunch of others. I forget my favorite one. Oh, I feel so bad, because I do, like, I love that animal. Not the animal, it's a dinosaur. But, sadly, the death of these animals was a big meteor that hit somewhere in Mexico. It ended up killing all life of dinosaurs, and it left a huge ash cloud for a very long time, and this made the world cold, really cold. And then we get the Chezoic period. This was the period where mammals started to grow and adapt and change, and life on Earth changed completely because there was no huge animals stopping everywhere and killing everything because they could. The first period was the Paleogene period, and this period can sometimes be known as the era of the mammal. This is when tiny hooved animals that ended up being the great godparents, not godparents, but parents of, like, cows and horses and other hoofed animals, yeah. And tiny little mammals like mice and small cats and, like, tiny animals, yeah, that ruled this period because there was no big predators killing them. This led to the Neogene period, where these tiny animals grew up and they took over everything, and this is how we get the woolly mammoth, the saber-toothed tiger, and the woolly rhino. Like, that thing had hair before? Like, that's crazy. That's really honestly crazy that it had hair. Like, this is the period where flora and fauna grew into closer to what it is now. Sadly, we lost our saber-tooth and our woolly mammoth and our woolly rhino, but we still have the other rhinos and our elephants, which are close relatives, I guess. After after this period, we got humans, Homo sapiens. They believe the grandparents of Homo sapiens started in Africa, which is kind of cool because life supposedly started there for humans. And this is where we get colonies, river valley colonies, such as Mesopotamia, Egypt, and I forget the other one. But yes, this is where we get those people growing and becoming things. And we end up getting other people building and expanding and changing, and then we get people, colonization in the world. And then we get people exploring and seeing new things, and then we get the North American and South American continent, yay! And we get the United States and South Africa and Mexico and all the tiny little countries in between them. Then we have wars and fights because people disagree with other people across the world. But in these fights, we get inventions and new things being built. Such as in 1814, we get our first replica of a camera. It's just a camera, but still, it's a camera. In 1829, we get the typewriter, which is really cool. I don't think it looked that nice, but it's a typewriter. It's a new way instead of having to write and use so much ink and restarting all the freaking time. And then in 1876, we get the telephone by a great inventor called Alexander Graham Bell. This telephone was, in my opinion, the key to our future. Without the telephone, we wouldn't have corporations talking between each other. We wouldn't have organizations coming together and creating new things. And another one, which is pretty good to me, it's a side one, but still, in 1846, we got the oven. It makes food great. It's not that big, but still. And we get other more cool inventions like the car and the train and the steamboat and a bunch of other things to find ways to make life easier and more comfortable, I guess. But we realized our life is tiny compared to our Earth, and the Earth is really important to our survival. It's gone through so many changes and adapted through so many things. Having to deal with tiny organisms running around like bacteria just going crazy and creating new things, to little dinosaurs just ruling the world. And you don't even know, right here, right now, we could have sometime a billion years ago, there could have been a dinosaur that was fighting another dinosaur right here, right now. We don't know this. And passing through a huge natural disasters or extraterrestrial disasters like the meteor, and just having a bunch of things come at Earth and it being able to still be here today. It's a crazy thing, and I think we sometimes take it for granted with all the things that we're doing, like mining stuff that we shouldn't be mining just for safety. I know we need it, but don't overdo it. And things like climate change are happening, or people believe are happening. And I'm no scientist myself, but it is getting a lot hotter here during the summer and in the winter. It's crazy. But I feel like the Earth is an amazing, beautiful thing, and I am so grateful for it.